everybody. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. That echo is unnecessary. Alright. Yeah, no, it's bad enough to hear it once. Hey, Fernie. Alright, so people are going to start coming in here, I'm sure. Invite anyone you want to invite. People who are signed up as with me as a favorite are going to get an announcement, but if you didn't catch the schedule for tonight, I posted it kind of late. I thought what we would do to start off, only 45 minutes till Mike is back in Whoop TV, so I'm looking very forward to that. But what I thought we'd do for a topic is something you think is incredibly overrated, or something that you think is incredibly underrated. So pick something you think is overrated, something you think is underrated, doesn't get enough credit or gets way too much credit. 15 minutes of fame were up way long ago, something like that. Give you an example. Everyone liked Jerry Maguire. I thought it sucked. I thought that movie was way overrated. Jerry Maguire for the loss, in my book. That's me. But another one, for a person, who was I just thinking? Oh, I was just seeing some stuff about Jessica Alba on TV today. Overrated. Don't, she's pretty, I guess, and everything. She's a little emaciated, but I don't think she needs to do any more movies. Her track record is not good. So those are two examples. Two things I think are overrated: Jerry Maguire the movie and Jessica Alba the actress. Overrated. Krispy Kreme. Ooh, that's a good one, D-Max. I do like it, but I don't know that it deserves quite as much props as it gets. Yeah, you know what, Pop? If you signed up for to subscribe to my schedule, you should have received an email, but I'll be honest, I only posted it like 45 minutes ago, so you may not have gotten it until, like a half hour ago, even if you had signed up to receive those reminders. So we're naming off. Here, I'll show you. If you ever want to know when you come into the room, just do !topic, it'll tell you. We're naming things we think are either overrated or underrated. I think Jerry Maguire is overrated as a movie. Didn't really like it. D-Max mentioned Krispy Kreme donuts and In-N-Out Burger. Both very good. Dada is underrated. Interesting. Now wait a minute. Is that the Disneyland band, or was that Sonia Dada? No, that was the Disneyland band, right? What else did they do? One Hit Wonder. Anything I know? Anything that made radio play? I can't even ask that question anymore because I never listen to the radio. The only radio I listen to is talk radio, so I don't even know what's popular. Like Victoria Vox. Now asked about that last night. I wouldn't know her. Taylor Swift is overrated. Good one. That's that country chick, right? She sings that song about my guitar or something. She's doing a summer tour, and they're giving away tickets like crazy on radio stations around here. No, thank you. I'll take the cash. Alright, I'm about to ban you. Oh, it's a good thing you put in that JK. Doesn't matter, he's retired. iPods are overrated. Interesting. I think, okay, so the question I have for both of you, do you have an iPod? Do either of you have an iPod? You have an iPod, and 11th does not have an iPod. Chris, is 11th telling the truth? Ooh, 11th, does Chris have an iPod? Okay, so here you go. 11th is jealous of Chris. And Africa doesn't understand how to use his. There, that's the reason. Alright, okay, I guess I'm not going to win this. I have two, so I shouldn't, I can't speak to it. I agree with the Apple being overrated, but I understand why Apple users are so vocal about being Apple users and Apple fans, because it has gotten so much guff. I was just thinking about it today. Yeah, Africa, I know you love your Zune. I have a Zune too. Actually, I don't. I bought one for my wife. So she has a Zune, and she fucking loves that thing. And that reminds me, another thing that came up in the chat, I think last night, that I never responded to but meant to, was someone had asked whether the SanDisk MP3 player that's on Sellout today would actually ask, hey, do you think that would actually pick up FM stations? Yeah, they do. The Zune picks up FM great. And my wife uses the Zune at the gym because, you know, they do like TVs over the radio frequency, so she can hook in and listen to, you know, Taylor Swift or whoever it is she wants to listen to, because she likes country, not so much here. And she can just flip it on FM and listen to whatever's on TV. And I mentioned this last night too. I do not use my iPod for music. I use it for podcasts. I think 70 to 80% of the space that's on my iPod is taken up with podcasts. I just don't have that big of a music collection on the iPod. Although I did really port just about every CD I had over to my computer. So in reality, I guess I really do have my entire CD collection. I just don't listen to it. I listened to a song on the way home from work on Friday just because someone mentioned the Beastie Boys, so I played a couple of songs off their latest album, just because it was the power of suggestion and it was Friday. So I wanted to listen to something on the way home that was music. But petroleum is overpriced, is what I think you're going for there, Africa. Friday and Saturday night, every Friday and Saturday night? Where do you guys live again? Chris and 11th, where do you live? The 410 thing is a long story? Oh, Minnesota, okay. Yeah, no, that's overrated. Are you downwind? Is that why maybe it's overrated for you? If you're downwind of all the smoke? And do the neighbors get absolutely you're downwind tonight? Do they get just blotto and get loud and annoying? Because that I really hate. We have neighbors at our cottage who tend to do the weekend thing. They have one of those tiki bars outside. They like poured a patio for it and everything, and they drink like fish. Even though I know that doesn't make sense. So yeah, I do not like those nights. Yeah, drinking is overrated. Yeah. I have to say, I used to be a 3 to 4 drink a night guy, and now I don't drink that much. I just don't. I'm so high on cocaine all the time, I just don't have the time to drink. Man, yeesh. Yeah, when you enter kids into the equation there, that's no fair. Ugh, I don't like that at all. Yeah. That's just bad parenting. We called, my wife went out to pick up some groceries last night, and when she walked back in the house, she was on the phone, and I was trying to figure out who she was talking to on her cell phone, and she had called the police because apparently some mother had walked into the grocery store and left the 6-month-old baby in the back seat of the car. Now it was it was like sunset time, but it was like 80 degrees and humid here yesterday. And I'm sorry, you don't leave your kid in a car ever. And 6 months old, yeah, okay, fine. So you got the kid to sleep, but you don't leave the kid in the car and go in and go grocery shopping. So she was talking to the police, and she, gave the license plate of the car and left her name and number, and the police called back and got some follow-up information. I don't know if anything was going to happen about it, but I don't like tattling and narking all that much, but yeah, I didn't